What's going on, guys? Daniel here with HNS Training Facility. I know it's been a minute. We haven't put a video out in a while, but I'm here to keep you guys updated as we got a few things going on. We got some new pieces of equipment, but I'm gonna save that for another video. Some of y'all that have been here, you know that there's been some construction going on these past few weeks. Today, I'm gonna take you into a detailed walkthrough of what it is, what's gonna be going on in there, and what we'll be offering. So strap in, hold tight, let's check it out. So as you guys can see, it is coming along pretty fast. I would say maybe another week or two max, this room should be finished up. All the sheetrock is done. They're gonna come back today, start sanding all the walls down, getting everything smooth. The number one question everybody wants to know is, what is this room gonna be? Should I let y'all in on what we're doing now? Nah. Nah, I'm just fucking with y'all. So I want you guys to hear first from me. This is gonna be a posing room. Now, funny thing about that is I was so against this whole posing room idea when we first opened up the new location. Now, the reason I would always say no in the beginning was because coming from the old gym, we didn't have the kind of members that were actually bodybuilding at a big competitive level where they were competing, they were needing that specific area. So when people were bringing that to my attention when we first opened, like, hey, y'all should get a posing room, my first reaction was like, bro, I got 100 feet of fucking mirrors. What do I need a room just for that for? But before y'all give me any shit, we didn't come from that background of competitive bodybuilding from the other gym. Our other gym, we just didn't have that kind of clientele. We didn't have members coming in and that they were on that kind of level where they're competing on stage. And it wasn't until we started getting that kind of member here that was actually bodybuilding, competing, we seen them winning. I was like, okay, we actually have something different here at this facility that I think we need to address. So talking to my cousin, the team and all that, we decided that a posing room was definitely going to be a big plus having here at HNS Training Facility. Now, the one thing that I've been asked often is, where the hell did this room come from? So this area that I'm standing in originally was just open. This is out in the back. We have a platform with our AC units, which is actually in here now that sits up top. There was just dirt, grass, all this was just the open area. We actually had to pour the foundation down, get that done, build this, frame it up, everything from the ground up. So yeah, it wasn't a room that was already built in the gym and we just decided to work with it. We actually built this from the ground up. And I think to us, that's a big advantage because there's a lot of little details that's gonna go into this room that I'm excited to bring, and it's gonna bring the member or the person in here a whole nother experience than what they're used to. So those of y'all that have been with us since the old gym, you know that the old gym was a lot smaller. We're talking about 6,000 square feet compared to over 20,000 where we are now. Now, even though it was smaller and it did manage to get us where we are 7 years later, we just didn't have the facilities set up like we do here. So our equipment from this location to the old one is night and day. Everything we have here is Arsenal Strength, which we have every single piece that they have to offer on top of a lot of other things that we got going on that we added here, and obviously the size. So those were two big factors that attracted a lot more people, and we started to get people that were really deep into the bodybuilding game, meaning they're actually competing, they're posing, they're doing everything they need to do to stay on point for those competitions. As time started going, that is a question that started coming up a lot. Do you guys have a posing room? And if not, do you plan to do one in the future? And those of y'all that know me and my partner, Jose, personally, y'all know that we take your concerns and your questions seriously. So with that coming up so much, we decided like, hey, dude, we need to do something about this. I mean, the people are talking, this is what they want. This is a new clientele that we have. So I think it's about that time that we address that issue. Being that we personally don't come from any bodybuilding background, I really don't know much about posing rooms. I know there's lights, I know there's mirrors, and that's about it. So like anything else that we're unfamiliar, we started doing our research, looking into things, looking at other locations. What do they have? What's needed? And how can we improve from what's already out there? Come to find out, it is just lights and mirrors. No, it's a lot more than that. So it's very specific lighting. Mirrors, yes, up against the wall, but there is a back mirror, an angled mirror, and it has to be facing a certain way. There's side mirrors. Like it's a pretty big deal when it comes to the whole layout of the posing room. Lighting has to be specific. There's lights that come from the top, like if you were on stage. All those little things that this is all new to me, besides just being lights and mirrors. It's very specific how these things are laid out. So it really forced me to kind of dig deep into researching of what's actually needed, what's going to benefit, I'm not going to say us, but what's going to benefit the member the most while they're in here. And I think we're actually going to bring a few things that I don't see other gyms doing, just because, again, we're trying to tailor this to the member, make this more of an experience than just walking into a room and, hey, there's lights and there's mirrors and that's it. We want you guys to come in and really understand the amount of work and detail that we put into this room. So I definitely believe it's gonna bring a whole different experience than what you're used to. And yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see it because it's gonna be something different. Now let's talk about the layout a little bit, what I have envisioned in my head. So this would be the entrance. You kind of walk in, be facing this way. We'll have some lights, a few other controllables here on the wall. Here, I envisioned the big row of mirrors. So this is going to be a huge wall of mirrors going all the way across. We're going to have some lighting up top. As you guys can see, we have a few of the outlets up there. Those lights will actually be facing this direction, almost like stage lights, if you want to call it. They'll be hitting the individual from the wall, hitting at an angle this way. That's things I researched, things I see other gyms have. I asked a few of the members what they use. So that would be the purpose of that. We'll have a bunch of lights up there just kind of facing this way. We're still debating mirrors here, stuff like that. I don't want to put so much mirrors in this place where it looks like a fun house. Like, I think some gyms overdo it where they put a mirror in every damn wall that they have. I just think sometimes it's a bit much. Again, just me personally. This wall, I'm debating on, this will be the angled mirror. I know they got mirrors that are up top that are angled. That's gonna be most likely what's going on here. I'm not sure about a full back mirror. It's one of those things when you ask everybody, there's different opinions. Some people say, no, that's too much. All you need is the back one. All you need is the front one, some side ones. We'll see. Again, I think that's going to be a bit much if we just have all that everywhere. But I am thinking this side one will be mirrors. And this is just an area, again, that's going to be, it's just kind of part of the build out. It's pushed in a bit. I'd say this is almost going to be almost like a little personal spot. If I had to say anything, feels a little more like you're in your own zone over here. You're kind of out of the way from over there. You will have lights up here as well. There's a switch here. So this specific little area, yeah, we went as far as to like, you know what, let's treat it as somebody's in there by themselves. They have control of the lights. They can do what they want, but they're out of the way of whoever's in this area. So I thought that was a pretty cool addition. I know people, not everybody likes to be right next to everybody when they're posing or doing stuff like that. So I was like, man, we can just kind of create this small area in its own. And here I'm thinking top mirror at an angle up there, possibly a back mirror here, maybe. That way we at least have one area where you do have a full front and back. So again, this will be the front, possibly side mirror, and then possibly a full back one just on this wall. And again, we'll have that angled one up here. But yeah, it's kind of what we're thinking. And we already have the lights run. Again, we'll have their own little strip here. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a cool touch to where it's like you're almost in your own space. You're out of the way of everybody. And this will be your main area. That's just kind of what I got in my head. I can see this already built out. I know to some people it's hard to see shit until it's done, but I don't know. I've always been someone that can see shit before it's actually there. And this is pretty much looking how I want. Now, there's gonna be a lot more little details going into it, but I'm not gonna get into that right now. We'll go more into the use of stuff, the lighting, the switches, all those small details on the next video. So you guys definitely wanna stay tuned for that. So for now, this is what we have going on, guys. I hope y'all can see what I see. And I know it's gonna be a huge addition to the gym. It's probably gonna turn into a selfie room for the most part. I already know that. But for those of y'all that are competing, bodybuilding, we got you. Our goal is to give everybody here the tools they need to succeed, whether that be in bodybuilding, powerlifting, CrossFit, high rocks, whatever that may be. We're that gym that pays attention to what the members say because we want to see you guys grow. For those that are actually serious about bodybuilding, I think this is going to be a huge upgrade for you guys. I know y'all going to love it, especially when all the details are laid out, all the things you're going to be able to do in here on your own. That's going to be an experience like no other. Guarantee that. So there you have it, guys, behind the scenes of what's going on at HNS Training Facility. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment, like, subscribe. And let me know, guys, is this stuff you want to see more? Behind the scenes, when we get new equipment, additions being done, things like that. Are those things that interest you? Maybe you want to open up a gym. Hell, I don't know. We can help somebody not make any mistakes like we made along the way. Then, hey, it's a win-win. So let me know what you guys think. Stay tuned because part 2 will be dropping very soon. See y'all.